Good evening, Dr. Saranya. Thank you so much for doing this with us one more time. So today we wanted to talk to you regarding EQ in men, a much
actually tells you how empathetic you are, how much you can understand others' emotions, how well you will be able to express your emotions without too much drama, and how how much is your emotional well-being as such. Does it affect your mental health? Are you able to handle your situations and problems properly? All of that together makes EQ.
okay. Why has it become important all of a sudden that EQ is now it's trending right now, right?
Shilpa, I'll tell you, depression, stress, anxiety, everything is trending
Yes.
now. People who come to me to the clinic, they will tell me, I have this symptoms. I think I have anxiety. Why don't you start treating me? I said, hey, cool. I am the one who's supposed to find out what is actually wrong with you.
Okay.
Please don't go with your Googling of symptoms. So now, from when I started in the field of psychology about 14 years back, people never used to talk about mental health also. You know, people will say, am I mad? Why should I go to a counselor? Why should I go to a psychiatrist? This was how it used to be. Now it's the other way around, isn't it? It's a fashion that people say, hey, there's a lot of stress I'm going through. Little children from school, they are coming and telling me, Auntie, I have depression. Can you help me? I say, I'll tell them, sad is different, depression is different. It's two different things. So I feel better understanding about mental health is important. Without really understanding the meaning of emotional quotient, you yourself thinking that I have low emotional quotient, I have low emotional intelligence, I have extremely high emotional intelligence, is all wrong. There are scales to measure this. If it's done through the scales, it's okay. Otherwise, with just the symptoms, I don't think an untrained person can find out if they're really having good EQ or not.
So what are those symptoms then?
See, generally, people who are being excessively dramatic, you know, women, if I have to say, women who don't really know want to beat. See, it's just the difference between the genders, and we need to understand that.
Okay, how does lack of EQ in men really impact them at their workplace and their relationships and dynamics at work? Because I think their focus is usually more on the professional front. When they're not able to handle things on that side, it reflects in their personal life again. So
Also the other way around.
Other way around as well. So does a lack of EQ really impact their dynamics at work?
See, their ability to understand their colleagues and employees definitely reduces with low EQ. People with low EQ don't really, put some efforts to understand people around them. They're only bothered about themselves. What I feel in this situation, and they only argue around it. They keep arguing around why they behave like that and why to say sorry. They really, some men, even some women, they think it's okay not to say thank you in the family. They say, within family we don't say thank you, within friends we don't say thank you. See, this is where communication begins. Please, sorry, thank you, what I really feel today is. They should learn to express. In many families today, Shilpa, husband and wife don't really sit and speak to each other. But the one who is able to maintain that and have consistency in success is the one that has good relationship skills, good social skills. And that has to develop from childhood. Cannot suddenly, come later. I recently in the Ambani wedding, there were so many people, to be frank, who came for counseling also said, ma'am, when I look at this Ambani's wedding only, ma'am, I'm feeling extremely poor. I'm feeling like I'm a pauper. Although I have some jewels and some car, I feel I'm very poor. I don't know what to do with my life. Why are they trying to show off is what they told me. But I will say, they have the money. They're doing what they like. What more I saw in that wedding is how nicely they were all together having that celebration. Even though they're a very wealthy family, how nicely they respect each other. They understand the family's hierarchy very perfectly well. They know whom to whom to be made the decision maker, who should be next. They understand that hierarchy and how nicely they welcomed the guests and spoke to them and spoke to all the other people, even the other poor people, how they gave food to them. All this is not show off. You should learn to appreciate these things. It's easy to go on the internet and say, hey, they're showing off. But that's not how it is. You really have nice thing to see, even from Ambani's family. Even if they're the Ambanis, they have a nice way to behave with, with people. So I think that has to be appreciated, and it's not okay to have an air about yourself and only to talk about brands. I have seen a lot of children like that, Shilpa, who say, I don't talk to that guy because he does not get his clothes from H&M. He buys it from some small shop somewhere. So what? You should learn to appreciate whatever others have also. Not always is branded stuff and expensive cars, the thing to be appreciated. You can appreciate other small things also. Many parents fail to do this, and this we are really opening up to. And there are some friends who are happy that you have this problem. Appa, and they'll go and say, Appa, see, for her also this is happening, not only for us. So it's very important to understand and realize whom we are really sharing this to. If you think I cannot share this with this person, it's okay to go to them and say something else, talk about something else, at least come out of that situation so you feel better to go. Girl not allowed to go to work after marriage. They don't openly tell it out. Okay, they'll say it's okay, we will see and all of that. And then after marriage, they will not let this girl to go to work. And then this girl will say, why didn't they tell this to me before? And then this guy will say, we gave so many hints and she didn't understand. This is a problem. So yes, a lot of people speak before marriage and all of that, but what they speak, useless things only they'll speak. Hey, did you see this movie? You look very beautiful today. Who wants all that? Speak things as required. So in premarital counseling, there are about 8 to 9 segments that we make them talk about. So we give them situation, say, hey, what will you do in this situation? Hey, what will you do in this situation? Why are you guys getting married? What is this? What is that? So when they start giving answers before each other, in front of each other, they really think, oh, this is what she's thinking about me. So maybe I should make some changes in myself, or she likes the way I am. This understanding will come and we can actually prevent divorces. You see the number of divorce cases filed. See, we have to learn to live with each other. That's the beauty of marriage. Marriage is not about making a baby and going and fighting in the court. What will happen to this poor child? So premarital counseling is a must. So that one message I really have to tell through this interview.
Thank you so much. That's not an area that we thought about, but lovely to know about it. Thank you once again for your time. It was a lovely conversation with you.
Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you so much for all these lovely, very relatable questions. I'm sure. I hope I was informative.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.